Just try to show you whatever blemishes I do know that she has. We've replaced the tensioners and idlers for the serpentine belt, but I believe previous owner lost a serpentine belt, and that's what did some of the damage to underneath the hood. But we've taken care of all the maintenance type issues on it, so I will do a fresh oil change before it goes to the new owner. We did the fuel filter about 4,000 miles ago, so I won't be messing with that. Looks like we got a little crack right here in the grill, and this doesn't, I can't get it to fit any tighter. This grill is 3 separate pieces and it looks good. I'm just kind of picky. It just doesn't seem to fit very tight in here. But other than that, billet grill looks really nice. Fog light or light bar, and the high beams are what trigger the relay, so I didn't want to run a switch in and have to put a hole in the dash or anything. So anytime you turn your high beams on, the fog light comes on, and that could be changed if you don't want it hooked up that way, but I personally like it that way. There's no rust on this truck other than there's, you know, a little bit of surface rust, but that's it. Oh, Oregon just started using mag chloride or whatever, so that does tend to give bare metal a little bit of a surface rust issue, but there's zero issues with the frame. It's got new shocks on it. We did new end links on the sway bar. By the time this is on YouTube and I have it listed, I will have the other bump stop installed. I think it's down in my PO box right now. It's a Dorman bump stop. I already have the one on the other side. We put the mud flaps on because it can be kind of slick up where I'm at, so those were not cheap. Those are Husky with the stainless steel down below. She's just a little dirty. Had a brand new windshield put in last week, and I had these front windows tinted to match the rest of the rig. And it's kind of funny. They're a detail shop and they do auto glass, and I had this thing absolutely perfect minus the mats. The mats needed to be pressure washed, and they got foot marks. This stuff will vacuum out. I mean, it just went away with my hand, but you think they would have taken the extra 2 minutes to vacuum it maybe? So I need to do that. There is a, you could tell somebody particularly like to hold this part of the steering wheel right here, so it's a little flatter than the rest of the steering wheel, but we don't have any frays or anything in it. Rebuilt this bottom seat from brand new leather from the seat shop and the cushion. The back is original. This had a couple pop stitches, and we tried to stitch it from the back side. When we took the seat apart, folded this inside out and tried to pull it together best I could. It's not perfect, but at least it's not a hole that you can stick your finger into now. The heated seats all work very nicely. Need to wipe that off. Other than I just need to give her a quick vacuum. It's pretty good. Headliner's in great shape. No stains, no smells. Newer Pioneer touchscreen. That one little trim piece in the dash is the only thing that's broken, and I haven't been able to locate one because most these interiors were all that beige color. Power seats all work. Absolutely no rot in the rockers or anything. There's no rot on this. It's kind of dirty. Kind of a hard place to wash. So there's 25 years worth of grime behind this step. But other than that, she's pretty flawless. I want to point out, you know, we've got little rock chip here. There's a couple rock chips on the door. This one doesn't look bad. We've got some rock chips here. I don't know if what caused this, if the seat belt got closed outside the door one day or something. But she's got her chips. Just little chips. Needs a wash. It's been below freezing up here, and I haven't had a good chance to wash it. We've got some paint flaking. This would be your driver's rear door. Paint flaking there. There is some surface rust there and there. This line would actually wipe off. This is from rubbing on the seal. It's hard to keep stuff clean. I've had this thing perfectly clean at one point. Needs a vacuum again. But as you can see, headliner's nice and clean. Rear climate control works wonderfully. More paint flaking right in here, all the way down. And then, which I think is kind of usual, we've got some rust up in here. It's surface rust. It's completely smooth. It's not like there's actual pitting going on. And I don't know if it'll come up in camera, but there's like a little dent here. I don't know what happened to this thing. There's a little dent right here. And I think the rest of it looks pretty good. But typical roof paint flaking for this generation. You can see nice and clean wheel wells. We've got new calipers in the back, new pads. Backup sensors work. 7-pin trailer lighting. This has got a little scratch right there, and the top of the D is broken off the limited badge. And we have one more chip right here where you can see some of the fiberglass, and then some of the clear coat or whatever on this panel is starting to show. Other than that, we put some new lift struts on. More paint flaking there where the hinges are, and right in the center, I guess. But everything else is nice. Other than another quick vacuum, should be pretty clean. Nice headliner. Very nice rig. I really enjoy driving this. Need to wipe this down. This is in good shape. It's just the dust here tends to collect there when you go driving. And we do drive it, so. It's been straight piped. I don't find it to be very obnoxious, to be honest. I would think it's just as quiet inside as it was when it had a muffler. It sounds really nice though when you roll any of these windows down on this side. It sounds pretty good. I need to clean the windows. We get some pretty hard water up here. And got some more paint flaking on this side. It's almost identical. Right in here, I don't know what it was, but that's chipped. The rockers are all in good shape. That's just an orange spot on the paint. I don't quite know what it is. Looks like it'd buff out. But there's absolutely zero rot. Got some more flaking paint in this jam. And then just surface up in here. I guess we can stand up here and look at this. Give you another perspective. But yeah, just the gutter area back there. And then I want to say there's a couple little low spots. Here's a low spot. I think that's the only low spot right here. The rest of the roof's pretty nice. And other than I just need to clean these mats out. Little wear mark there from something, car seat. And there's that one too. Just looks like maybe some of the dye got thin on this seat. The guy previous to me had younger kids, so there had been car seats on these chairs. But other than that, there are no rips or anything. Show you this. Pretty clean. There is some staining on the carpet that I wasn't able to get out. Like I said, he had some young kids, so there was a couple melted Skittles and stuff. I think the paint's pretty good in this door. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. It's both rear door frames and stuff are the ones that show the flaking paint. Need to wipe that down. I've never had this seat apart, so we need to wipe that. This seat's in pretty good shape. It's got some blemishes. Heater works in that too. We've got some receipts we'll go over. It's had a new transmission, billet torque converter. What is that? Prodigy? Yeah, Prodigy electric brake controller, and then it's got Firestone airbags. All the locks, all the windows, everything works. Like I said, new tires, have the receipts for those. Can't really see the airbags, but the filler for the airbags is, I forget now. Right down here. These two little Schrader valves, left and right. So starts up real good, no weird noises. We have the code for the door too, so this still works. I have one key fob for locking it, and we have 2 keys. All the lighting works. All the dash lights work. There are no lights on in the dash, warnings or anything. It does have a block warmer. I haven't had to use it though. We do have it 4-wheel drive, and the door is ajar. I do not think that that works. I mean, it works as a mirror, but I don't notice any difference when I push the button down here, other than the green light comes on. The thermometer and everything works. All in all, it's a really good truck. I wouldn't hesitate to drive it anywhere. I got some paint flaking on the mirror ends, and then these are the pull-out ones for really wide. So you can, if you're towing a big fifth wheel or something, well, I guess you wouldn't be towing a fifth wheel, but it does have LED headlights, LED license plate lights. They were burned out when I got it, so we just upgraded them. We'll turn those on for the heck of it. Probably doesn't show up very well right now, but it's just a really damn nice rig, so it's gonna make somebody very happy. Got the locking factory style hubs. Everything works.